Alrighty, minor update. The ladder's over there now, because I realized that I remember that these little hatch things are all options, not just the middle. So I could put an aquarium in this room once if I have it, if they still have it in this game. I don't know. I imagine they might change what ships and vehicles are available from game to game, but I imagine base building would mostly just expand and not reduce. So probably. Maybe this will be a very busy room in the future. So I reorganized these dudes, so now there's 4 on each side, because I thought I could only fit 3, but I guess I was wrong. I don't know. I was sure I could only fit 3, because I thought I tested it, but I could fit 4. Weirdly, I can I can build all the way to the corner, except on this wall, where it cuts off there. And so these are crowded more than the other ones are. I think it's either this railing or the connection to this corridor makes a hitbox thing happen. Because none of the other ones are like that. Wait, but these ones are against a railing and a corridor too. Is it glass specific? Is it that thing somehow? I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, we have enough space now. So titanium, copper, silver, gold, lead, lithium, ruby, diamond. These things are all jammed with stuff, so I can easily grab stuff in the right compartment when I need to do my crafting, or find out the hard way that I need to go scrounging for some shit. And, you know what? Let's make the Moonpool. Because I have access to a new room, and I would like to make it. So, let's get my 1 lubricant. Running out of that stuff, but that's easy. I just go swim that way for a little bit, and there's the kelp forest. So that's easy enough to get back to. I do need to remind myself a little bit. So each of these is 5 titanium, so I need 10 titanium. Do I have 10 left? Yep. 10 titanium and 2 lead. Pretty easy build, all things considered. Now I guess the question is, where would I like my Moonpool to be? Got myself in a little trouble here. It's probably best if it's out over the abyss. What kind of connectors do we have? There are T connectors. Are there T glass connectors? I don't think so. You have a glass curve. This is gonna get messy. So you come into a Moonpool from underneath. Well, how are we out here? Is this out over another pit? I can't see. Let's go look outside. Because you enter a Moonpool from underneath. So hanging out over this abyss would be handy, but I think this is also... Yeah, that could be acceptable, but less good than if it was hanging out over this one, which is obviously way more in that style. I like the idea of entering through my scanner room just because visually it's really cool. Maybe I just add the Moonpool to the end? Because then if I'm coming in through my ship, I enter through the Moonpool. In fact, I could use the Moonpool instead of a hatch. Probably. Okay. That means that would avoid deconstructing the Moonpool too, which would be nice. Let's just be very careful here. So, generally speaking, a compartment requires titanium. If I want to make a glass one, it's 2 glass instead. A hatch is quartz and titanium. I'm just gonna grab all of my... I'm gonna grab some extra titanium. And some quartz. Just because I don't want to get locked out while I'm in the middle of trying to do this. And be like, ah, crap, I can't finish my project for whatever reason. There's this bullshit, which I guess is in the way. And is stupid and bad. This pipe is dumb. I don't like it. Alright, so that's gone. Gonna have to get rid of some of these solar panels, I think. There we go. I was having trouble getting the prompt. Do I have inventory space? Yeah. It's a little funny that they can't... The hatch is normally just a little door that adds on, but they couldn't add the hatch correctly. There's the Moonpool. There you go. So it has to have a connector. So I can put the solar panels there again. Alright, -5 to hull strength because this one adds an opening to your base. Yeah, with the addition of this, I don't necessarily need to have a hatch anymore. I can just enter via this each time. Just swim on up. Cool visual, too. That's an easy enough add-on to the base. Alright. If I make a computer chip and copper wire, then I can make the modifier thing, which would be good. I'm not in dire need of solar panels, so I don't necessarily need to make the ones, again, that I just tore up. These stupid pipes. Let's get these out of my inventory. I guess they're supplies. This thing's full, though, of flares, which are also kind of pointless, too, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so... I'm gonna need a refresher again. So a computer chip is made of table coral, gold, copper wire. Okay. Running out of those, but those are easy to get. Gotta get used to my new layout. Gold, copper wire. I think I have a wire in here already. Yep. And then it looks like I'll need more copper wire. Because you need copper wire to make the circuit board, but then you need it again for the actual construct. There we go. Yeah, it's a really nice open area for vehicles and whatnot. Even if it does mean that if I come from the direction that a lot of the game seems to be in, I do have to like go over this like lip, then lower back down to get in. So maybe the other side was slightly more ideal. But this one's just a really nice location. It's cool. Where is it? Interior pieces, I guess, instead of a module. I disagree. This seems like a module to me. It's an upgrade console. Whatever. As opposed to piece, which has such obvious meanings. What? Can I put it here? Oh wait, this is the... That's how you get in and out of a vehicle, huh? These are the kinds of areas it wants to be in? It wants to like stick to the wall? In like really specific locations? Well, I like the symmetry, so I guess I'll put it on this side. Wait, are you facing the wall? Are you for real? Oh, it creates a depression. Okay. I was like, how the fuck do you access this the terminal then? Okay. Yeah, so I could have put it there, there, but the symmetry. But that's a little inconvenient because it's all the way over in the corner, but it doesn't matter. Nothing, it never takes time to traverse this sort of environment. A fabricator for Prawn Suit modules. Prawn Suit depth module. Storage module. A suit upgrade for the jump jet, but I have one of those already, so I don't have to craft that one. And the drill arm. That's a lot. And then a fucking depth upgrade. Okay, so I need to find sea truck, like, compartments. Because I can't craft any of that stuff. In fact, I can't even craft the fabricator, actually. What's going on there, huh? Is it... Wait, did I only start... Maybe, I think it's because I only started researching it. I don't actually know how to do it yet. Or something. Headlamp. That's another new one. I just like to craft everything. And then... You don't know till you test it, I guess, whether you'll really like it. The laser cutter, we're still trying to research that one. There, the fabricator module. So I can do the prawn suit now. Ooh. And the arm drill, and a bunch of upgrades for it. And the scanner room stuff. Anything else new down here? No? We have the upgrade console. Remove that. We have the... I wish I could click here. Oh! Ah! It skips to it. That's just one step removed from being what I wanted, so that's fine. That means you can quickly remove it so you can get back to what you were doing. We want to add the prawn suit to our to-do list. There we go. Alright. So you can make... What the fuck is that? Sorry, headlamp. What is that? An ion battery? What did you say to me? Is that up here somewhere? I don't know how to make an ion battery at all, do I? Is it made out of the ion cubes, I guess? That would make sense. That makes a lot of sense. Let's see. Enameled glass and rubies. I can make a lot of the stuff now, but I still don't have magnetite. But enameled glass is just diamond glass, right? Diamond and lead and glass together. So I could make the sea truck depth upgrade mod. Damn it. Right, that's the thing I was sad I could do, because I don't want to be able to make that, because then I can't use it as an excuse to not go deeper. And this is just a screen for monitoring whenever you have docked. Gotcha. Alright, so we have a bunch of to-do list stuff, but But I think our thing we need to take care of right now is to get our sea truck back, and also maybe finish exploring what's left of that area over there. So let's dump what's left in my inventory. That's a lot of not with... Wow, quartz. It's really messing with me that I moved quartz that much. You know, I was worried we'd be in trouble in terms of, Oops. I did that backwards. I was worried we'd be in trouble in terms of glass, but actually I have a decent amount of quartz now. I guess that's just because I got rid of all of those... a few of those solar panels, though. Quartz is a little obnoxiously not overfloweth in my inventory. Not that magnetite. I need the magnetite. Alright, let's refill my shit real quick before I go on a trip. Also, the batteries. I don't know why I turned around. I could have finished what I was doing still. I guess this isn't really high priority anyway. It's my base builder. I'm not necessarily planning on building bases out there. But I just don't like low batteries anywhere. What a sound. There we go. I don't have feedback yet, but I could anticipate there being people that don't love the fact that the to-do list is on the screen all the time. To which I say sorry. But I don't think I can, like, toggle the to-do list while keeping it. Because it serves a very useful role by helping me keep track of all my tasks and whatnot, which is just useful as a quality of life thing for everyone all the time in any game, pretty much. But especially when you're Let's Playing, you're like, oh, thank God. It's like having a constant sticky note that you create with like a click that reminds you of some of the multiple tasks that you're keeping track of. Because you've always got a bunch of tasks in this game. It's part of the experience. Yeah, it's that dick. It's always like, okay, there's 3 beacons or waypoints off on the horizon that I want to investigate, while simultaneously I've got like 5 things I'm trying to build, and they all have different requirements. Like I need to get a depth upgrade to reach that waypoint, and I need to get this mineral to activate that upgrade, and like there's so many cascading tasks, and then at any moment you could just get startled by a scary thing that makes you immediately forget what you were just thinking about, or just engaging with the thought process of keeping track of one of your tasks and working your way through doing what you need to do for it can make you forget what else you had in mind a moment ago. Where? Oh, it's right there. Okay. And so like it's so incredibly helpful. And honestly, I was like, oh, that's a chunky bit of interface that might be distracting, but as the person actually playing the game, I'm not even registering as there. It might be different when you're more passive and not having to actively pay attention to what's on the screen all the time. But for me, like I'm barely aware that that's even there, because I'm just constantly like, and like at the top right, nothing. So do I just never open those? Were those like procedurally generated minerals? They might be. The map's not procedurally generated, but I could see the resources being somewhat procedurally generated, which might explain why some of them seem to be inside of the ground sometimes, which you would only know because the... Well, I don't know it for sure anyway, but I only suspect that because of the fact that my thingy...
I have something important to share.
Yeah?
Another artifact.
Yes, although...
You cannot know for sure what it is, but it is certainly of significant import. I know.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
To PDA. That interrupted my thought pretty hard. Another artifact location. Yeah, I completely forgot the sentence I was saying. I lost it. See, that's how easy it is. Look how easy it is. That's the danger. Nope. Ow. I will fuck you up, boy. He's so silly. He's all false bravado and dumb bullshit. Oh, you want to go? I'll bring it. I'll bring it to you. Stupid lizard. Oh, I think I killed him. He just kind of stops and sinks. Look at you. That is actually... It's a pretty menacing thing. He'd be scarier on land as like an evil dinosaur. Like if those were feet, he'd be a big, tall, terrifying dinosaur thing. But flailing around in the water awkwardly with his stupid legs and then going bark, 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 bark at you is just really funny looking. He tries. He really just needed to learn, honestly. Like, I kept attacking him every time he fucked with me. It's like, stop fucking with me. I have a thermal blade. I can use fire on you underwater. That's gotta be extra scary, because, like, what the fuck is fire? You're a water person. You don't know it. You don't understand that at all. That's witchcraft. You better run away. Most wild animals are like, oh god, fire. I don't even really understand this. I'm out. On like a visceral instinct level. But this bastard. What can I say? I've got a really tight, patrol route. Ancient Artifact XJ3. Last known pilot location. PK8. I think XJ3 was the first one that showed up. So PK8 is probably the new one, because I think I marked it as red because I'm like, it's an unknown, so it's probably dangerous. It probably tells us which one's newer. Well, I may want to have like an ascending difficulty indicator of like the first one is orange, the newest one is red. The difference between orange and red could definitely be more pronounced in this color scheme. Like, the gradient from yellow, orange, red is way narrower than it needs to be when they could have had like purple or some other more contrasty colors. Is there that much more to explore here? I just saw a bunch of lights and stuff and figured there's gotta be something. It's so weird how the lights look different the moment you press E to get out. Maybe if they hid the transition a little bit. Gotta be something about how this stops... It's gotta be something about how this stops being like an interactive object or something in this, or at least just the rules for it probably change the moment you stop piloting it. But the light rendering differently is super strange. What are those? Oh, it's just how weird the geysers render. I thought I saw like a whole area full of jellyfish. But it's just the weird geysers rendering strangely. Because they do that. You know, I saw all these boxes and I really had higher hopes for the idea that there'd be more to grab around here. That may have been a false hope. I think that fish just got cooked. Gold! There's gold in these hills! No, I think we're pretty much done. I've looked around at the lights. It seems to just be some boxes.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Pretty disappointing, because all I got was one more chance to scan... what was it? A builder? Which I've definitely had this whole time, so that wasn't even progress. Oh well, waste of time. Still gotta get my submarine back that I... Like, so that this waste of time is mostly just the consequence of me investigating the heat path, which itself was kind of a waste of time. But hey, video content. There's definitely a sequence. Nope, I think I'm crashing into random small animals again. You kind of just murder peepers in these vehicles. And you feel a little bad about it, but I mean, come on guys. Get a little bit out of the way, maybe. Make some smart choices, you know? That's Sea Truck again. They did not make it hard to find. There's an abundance of opportunity. Yes. Sorry, I've got to make a detour every time I see some quartz. It's not genuinely rare, but I just never have quite enough for it. Partly because it's used for power, but it's also used for like almost every building, I think. Or every vehicle and so on. But it's also used for like cosmetics. You just kind of want quartz. I think I'll investigate something other than the scary thing first, just because that's kind of a known entity. I know that I hate it down there, but maybe I won't hate it at one of the artifact locations. Wouldn't that be nice?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
There you go. Look at me go. What's it look like hanging in here? A little silly. Will the way that it's centered change as I add like compartments to the back? I guess this is like its maximum length, huh? For the sea truck, it has to fit in here. Oh! Charging. I forgot. Your base charges your thing. See, I don't have to have a charger for energy cells or whatever they're called. Because this place charges them. I'm a fool. Good to know. The upside of this stuff is it also heals me. So that the thing about that I figured, like, doesn't being fed heal you or something? No, that's Minecraft. Well, it became true because this stuff actually gives you health and water and food, just not in the best proportions necessarily. I need one. Okay, so lead, diamond. Right, quartz is over here now. Let's just grab all the quartz for now. Alright, so I need one enameled glass. No. Oh, you make glass first. One enameled glass. One play steel ingot, which is going to require more of that shit. A titanium ingot. Comes play steel ingot. Then I'm gonna need a computer chip, which is all that shit again. Table, gold, copper. I'm out of tables! What am I gonna do? Shit. Alright, well. Back out we go. Whee! Alright. Just go deep and then whip out that knife. Find yourself a nice cave full of death or whatever. Death cave. Comfy inside. I'm being chased. Quartz! Wow, not what I was here for, but welcome still. Also looking for more table than one. Wow, I found the exact angle to grab a bunch of quartz. It's definitely not rare, it just feels like it vanishes the moment I need it. Fuck it, let's just go back. My inventory's gonna fill up soon anyway if I keep grabbing stuff and oop. See, right when I stop looking for it, there's more. Ooh. Oop. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Oh my god, there's like 5 here. This is stressful. They're so dumb though. Not only did they lose interest kind of quickly. Whoa. I landed up here. That's stylish. Not only do they lose interest relatively quickly, but they also just collide with everything, and they're just not very good at swimming. It's part of why they're dopey, is that they're not actually the same kind of agile and incredible that, like, a real shark would, like, a lot of things in the ocean are, like, so adept to their environment, and they're so on you, and it's like, no. Silicone rubber. I have not had to restock for a while on that stuff, but soon, perhaps. Alright, we got enough to make the thingy. So that'll be neat. This might be where I get a little bit in trouble for my putting it over the abyss thing. Putting it over an abyss is helpful when you have a submarine type thing, but when it's something that walks on the ground, I might just fall into the abyss. But the prawn suit has mobility tricks, right? It's incredible that this thing doesn't, like, drift away. Especially since there's always storms happening. Uh-oh. Land on something. Thank you. That was a little worrying. Hi. What if it just fell so far that it fucking, like, got crushed? Alright. Poop-boom. 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 Boom, 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 boom. So if I get the drill arm, I can probably mine those big ores I saw back there. Until then, I get to be Mr. Prawn Suit, hanging on top of the base, looking all cool and shit. Go fuck up some sharks, maybe. I don't want to fall though. Get stuck down there. Let's see, crushing depth is... Oh, it starts at 400. That's high for this game, low for previous game, I think. I think the Prawn Suit started at a height of like... 900 last game, I want to say? Looking at that Prawn Suit being a boring white, I just remembered that couldn't I recolor my vehicles before? Is that here? Ah! Come back. What? If I stand in certain positions, the screen doesn't work. Weird. Oh my goodness. It's back. You can change the colors again, because they're not all just a boring white. I like the vibrancy works partly because it's just such a colorful game, but also it's like this game rapidly switches between bright and dark. So having a bright thing helps you spot it and so on in situations where you need to. It's also just kind of endearing. Still kind of need a name for you, though. Oh, well. Done with you now. Don't know when I'm gonna have ion batteries. I'm gonna remove that for now. Magnetite. Give. I could have scanned more of that stuff. The Prawn Suit drill arm is a thing that I can add. I can take that on mining operations. Is the Prawn Suit small enough to fit inside that building too? That'd be interesting. Storage module and drill arm are both priorities. And I guess the depth module are all worth getting. I have a lot of diamond at this point. I can make this work. Let's see. Let's start with the storage module. Just to get that out of the way. Is that in my inventory? Okay. Drill arm. Diamonds are blue because of Minecraft. Logic. Unassailable. Might want 2 drill arms. I don't know. It's probably helpful to have a punching arm still. When you gotta defend yourself. Ah. Really vaguely unnerving when the entire place like flickers when you're building something that requires power. Alright, the Prawn Suit depth module. I've got quartz for days right now, right? Yeah, so we're good on quartz. Oh shit. Do I know how to make the weird roll of whatever that is though? Spiral plant clipping. Ah. The spiral plant. Well, let's be smart. Let's look at my data bank and see if I can find what a spiral plant is. Maybe I already know what one is, really embarrassingly. Wouldn't that be funny? Is it exploitable? That's probably the category I would check, honestly. None of those are called spiral plant. Alright, well at least I haven't scanned it yet. That doesn't mean I haven't seen it before. I could have just missed it. There's no S. Oh, there's an S, but not spiral. Land? Nope. Nope. So there's not currently... Table coral is technically not under flora exploitable though. So there's coral's a little separate. But still. Okay. So I can feel a little bit better there. So I have 2 things requiring magnetite and 2 things requiring... Ah! That means I'm not ready to build the Sea Truck Depth Module Mark II yet. Oh no, what a tragedy. Oh man, it's sorry. I just want to explore down there so badly, guys. But it's just, I just can't yet. Sorry, the game won't let me. Yeah, God, I'm gonna be really sad when I find the spiral plant now. And it's called something really overt too that describes what it looks like, so it's gonna be hard to not notice it when I see it. Mining site delivery, huh?
Oh, hey, Parvin. Can I get you to sign off here?
What is all this?
I don't know. Some kind of measuring equipment? Lil said she'd send someone over to set it up later.
Ah, alien science nonsense.
I wouldn't say that. You should ask her to show you some of her findings. It's pretty interesting stuff. There might really be someone down there.
You ask me, the scientists have too much control over here.
What?
I'm serious. Look around you. This mining facility extracts every mineral your scientists use to make their equipment. Their bases, their scanners, even your little sea trucks.
I wouldn't call them little.
Do you know the name of a single person who works down here?
Well, I know you, Parvin.
Ah, tell Lillian she's wasting her time. There's nothing down here but workers, and we already know we don't spark her curiosity.
Damn. Not getting along here. Hold too much power. I don't think this is really a power structure situation, or at least it's the management thing, not a scientist versus miners situation, necessarily. Aurora wreckage located. Survivors confirmed. Oh. That's interesting. Alterra has released voice recordings which confirm survivors of the Aurora crash. The transmission came from trade ship Sunbeam, which was passing nearby when it detected their SOS. Hey Alterra, we've got one of your birds in the soup over here. Looks like they took survivors. We're moving in for a closer look. While the number of survivors is not yet known, nor the true state of the ship, it is now known that she has landed with her hull largely intact on planet 4546b. Smaller than Earth and largely waterbound, it is thought the planet has a breathable atmosphere, and hopes have been raised all around. The Sunbeam is registered as a 5-seater cargo vessel, insufficient to evacuate a crew or cargo of the Aurora, but perhaps enough to assess the situation and reassure shareholders at home that their investment is secure. There is at least 1 month delay on transmissions from that region of space. Uh-oh. In the meantime, Alterra is working on every possible solution, including an innovative idea to transmit the blueprints for a purpose-built rocket that would be constructed using materials salvaged from the Aurora and the planet itself. If the crew should begin their long journey home now, the rescue teams could meet them halfway, shaving months off their return. Alterra's share prices rose to the quarterly high on the news. So they're talking about how they could transmit the blueprint for making a rocket, which is what we had to work pretty hard to do. We were the only survivor of the Aurora crash. Sunbeam. Yeah, the Sunbeam's the ship that gets shot down by the containment the system, right? So they all die, unfortunately. That's a bummer. This is them releasing news a little prematurely because it went really bad for everyone on the Aurora. We spent the whole game finding crash pod after crash pod and then finding out the horrible story about how each of them went. One of my least favorite being the one that's floating and was clearly torn apart by a reaper, and you're like, oh, I hate this, because it has me constantly dealing with the abyss below me while I'm approaching that pod, and then it's specifically about the threat that I'm thinking about. They're really gonna have an egg on their face moment when they catch up and find out how premature the first message was and how there are no survivors and so on. Was unexplained ion signature linked to the Aurora's disappearance? An unusual ion signature on the edge of Alterra space has scientists baffled, and some have drawn a connection with a similar echo detected around the time of the Aurora's reported crash landing. How the two might be connected is an open question, and many in the scientific community maintain that they are unrelated and explained by natural phenomenon, or even Alterra secretly testing new technologies. Fuel has been added to the fire by Alterra's refusal to release its full data on the Aurora accident, and recent indications from sources that they'll be revising up their list of expected casualties without revealing where this information is coming from. It has now been months since the Sunbeam went quiet, with no new information. The salvage teams continue their long journey to 4546, which I guess is just the name of the solar system, because I think B is the planet. It feels weird to stop short of saying B because you get in the habit of it. So these are not live, right? Because these, like this one, this story is months after this story. They're just kind of showing up in my news periodically. But I don't think I'm picking them up. I think they're just being added as a trickle into my logs, similarly to like her like diary entry sort of logs that she has. They have the personal log, which there's no new ones right now. I think they're just trickling in. Because I was going to say, the Kara has been wiped out. I think that was already... Hasn't the Kara been mentioned already? Yeah. I believe this is... Yeah, this game takes place after the Kara was wiped. I think it takes place after the original game. It has to be. Because there was a containment system on this planet that wouldn't allow us to like land here or really do much here. And would be keeping me here. And I'd be infected right now. So all of these stories that are about the Aurora situation are from the past. And they're just kind of trickling them in as like a record to like just sort of show how the outside world was reacting to that information, I suppose. Might be confusing if you're a new player that started with this game, which is a possibility because it's not an expansion or DLC, but now a standalone game. And many times people just start with the newest game in a series. So they might be thinking like, wow, these are all updates about what's going on with my sister or something. Like maybe this will maybe I can interrogate this from information, but it's actually just the story of the first game, but from the outside perspective a bit. What's it going to be next? So I can't craft any of the things in the corner there. I guess it'll be time to approach the less scary looking one. Oh yeah, once you're at the base, the distance is really noticeable. That's twice as far away. Whoa. That's further away than the a pilot is even. So that must be, so like, yeah, it's just way out in that direction. This one's clearly the highest one of these three, I think. Nothing reinforces the phrasing of clearly, like, you know, probably, I think, maybe. Don't quote me on that. Get the camera out of my face.